to Hebrews 12 and 2. Hebrews 12, shame. Shame. Hebrews 12 and 2. Shame. What you got to be ashamed for? What do you got to be ashamed for? What do you got to be ashamed for? It's up on the screen now. What do you got to be ashamed for? He was shamed.
Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God.
He is the author and the finisher of our faith. He is the beginning and the end. One says the Alpha and Omega in the beginning and the end. You got to remember that he is the one, he is the author of your faith. If you're not walking by faith, it's impossible to please him. What I mean by walking by faith, you may not have the wherewithal, but Lord, if you tell me to go, I'm going to go. If your spirit tells me to move, I'm going to move. When you and I are walking by faith, you got to understand something, that he is the author and the finisher of my faith. And not only that, we got to walk by faith. Some people may laugh at you and say, I don't know why you're being involved in all of that. I've been down that road and I didn't get nothing out of it. Everybody in the church the same. That's a lie. Everybody in the church is not the same. It's the folk that you deal with who played church. But I'm talking about some folk that real about church. See, it's a different when you go to church and you're dealing with people who understand the power of God and worshiping God with all their heart. Not coming in here to look at you on your outer tapestry, nor look at you in your attitude. I don't care what kind of attitude you come. I come to church to worship the Lord. See, he is the author and the finisher of my faith. You can't tell me, if I call you up, can you bail me out? If I call you up, can you get me out? No, because why? You going to know 9 times out of 10. You going to tell me you don't have it. But God has stepped right in. And he'll use people, and he'll use ones to bring you out of some situation. He is the author and the finisher of my faith. He is my Elohim. He is my El Shaddai. He is my beginning and my end. He hung on the cross. He despised the shame. Didn't say a mumbling word. He hung there. He hung there. And let me tell you something. You all worried about somebody crucifying you with words. Let me tell you something. If you don't get stronger than that, you're going to be beaten up all your life. If you don't get stronger than that, and if you've been around the church for 20 years and you still stuck on some things that you can't get over, you need to go back to the cross. You need to go back and call on the Lord named Jesus Christ. Because if you hung up from 25 years ago, that means that you have never denied yourself. You have never grown up to realize that, hey, I'm grown up now. I could be able to take it because I've been around it long enough. Well, she didn't speak to me in the church, so what? Why don't you go and speak to them anyhow? They didn't even wave at me while they was in the grocery store. My God, make it on the next aisle and go wave at them anyhow. Don't come on and say, well, you know they saw me, but they ignored me. Well, what did you do? What did you do? You saying that you have Christ on the inside, you all got to be able to show it. You and I got to show it in the tough times. It ain't gonna always be rose, and it ain't gonna always smell good. When you deny yourself, some people ain't gonna believe in you because you say you're a Christian. Some ain't gonna believe in you because they're gonna say, I remember where you used to be. I remember what you used to do. You hung out there in the street with me. You know we did everything, but let me tell you, that was yesterday. But look at me now. I don't have a desire to hang in the streets anymore. I have a desire to please the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You got to come out of something. You got to tell the devil, I'm tired. Let me tell you something. Y'all ever hit rewind? I know you're tired of being rewind, aren't you? Same people being rewind. Let's rewind it. Different people, different places. Let's rewind it. The same old mess. When you deny yourself, you got to get out from around some folks.
Visit our website at www.changingyourdirection.org or write to us at Full Deliverance Baptist Church, 101 Southwest Redland Road, Florida City, Florida, 33034. Full Deliverance Baptist Church, where little becomes much when you place it in the Master's hand, is changing your direction the victorious way. Thank you for worshiping with us. See you next week.